Yo, 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 what's up, Cedar Rapids? I am here on the porch as usual. And today, who stopped by is Amber Robinson, Vice President of the We Are CR. How you doing, Amber? How are you today?
I am good. Happy Saturday, everyone.
I know, right? It's the weather is Cedar Rapids weather right now. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know if it's gonna rain or if it's gonna be sunny.
I
The weather
know.
don't know.
So
um,
bipolar.
so here in the news lately, a guy unalives four people in Robbins, Iowa. What do you know about that?
Yes. The minute I heard on the news about this story, I was intrigued because this is the stuff I listen to on murder mystery podcasts like every day that it's not close to home. This one really hit home. I mean, we've had some murders and we've had unsolved murders and we've had, like some weird sketchy cases, but I think this by far takes the cake for as close to home as this is. Like, gives me goosebumps thinking about this story. So, Wednesday, June 5th, four victims were found on the Otter Road property after a call. So, from what I could gather, three of them were already found unalive. That was Ramondis Cooper, he was 44, Kiona Ryan, 26, Amanda Parker, 33, and there was a fourth victim, Brent Brown, who was 34, and he was left in critical condition, but he was later pronounced dead Friday on June the 7th. Within that
Right.
time, I guess the suspect, Luke Truesdale, who was also 34 of Marion, was apprehended pretty quickly. From the background story, I guess he must have confessed and said that he had bludgeoned the victims with a metal pipe and in hopes that their death would make a story for a movie one day.
He wanted his crimes to be made into a movie. Can you imagine that?
How crazy. Now, as far as I know, all of the victims knew Truesdale somehow. There was supposedly an unnamed man who was in a wheelchair who happened that day see Truesdale enter the garage property or whatever that doesn't have any cameras in it, alerted the four victims in the house that Truesdale was out there. Um, Now I don't know how they all have a relationship, but I mean, for them to want to rush outside and tell him to leave the property or whatever, like that, they must have had something going on where they didn't want him there. So the man in the wheelchair supposedly seen only person come out was Truesdale. Well, he's handicapped or whatever, like immobile. So he calls his brother to come check out the situation, and that's where the victims were then found, and then the authorities were alerted.
Interestingly enough, there were two couples.
Yeah, now, I did not know about if the second two were a couple, but I did hear that the Ramondis and Amanda were dating and living at that property.
Right. So according to the news, KCRG, yeah, the the first two were a couple, and the second two were also a couple.
Wow. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for the families that, they lost loved ones in this way, but could you imagine the fear of going through your own horror movie
Was there
with
any
your
other
friends? It's crazy.
th- was there was there any other motive being spoken of outside of just him wanting something to be made into a movie?
Not that I have heard.
That is utterly
It's
amazing. That
disturbing. It's disturbing. It's like it kind of just makes you wonder what their backstory was with the suspect.
what type of person would be okay with taking four lives and hoping that their actions would be portrayed in a movie in some way? That is
A psychopath.
I,
That is a true psychopath.
and I think that that is
And
an effect that media and social media has on the psyche because if you can turn on Lifetime and you can watch movies all day that are supposedly based on true stories and true events. And so I can see this person being someone who watches a lot of cops and maybe America's Most Wanted and How I Got Away with It or I Almost Got Away with It, whatever the name of the show is called. But these are like
yeah,
live documentaries, and I think that that's what he kind of envisions this
right.
heinous
Like the
crime
type of
being
person,
portrayed.
like I don't know how his life was or what he was going through, but obviously he wasn't being seen. He wasn't being heard, and he took some crazy drastic measures just to try to put a name out there to make a movie. Like, okay,
Well,
that's
nobody
about
has
as
spoke about it yet, but I wonder what would be what what kind of mental health issues he might have.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Or if maybe drugs or something, maybe an old user or something. I don't know.
Because it's hard to
Current
imagine that he
user,
would not have any.
he definitely had some high mental issues. Oh,
Right.
oh my
So
gosh. I just,
so Amber, you've taken on this role as vice president of We Are CR. This has been going on maybe a few months now. Um, how are you feeling about your role?
I love it. I love being in a position in a great organization who just strives to help the public, strives to help the people, and um, just it's so fulfilling. It really is to be a part of something just so great. For as small as Cedar Rapids is, um, I think we can do a lot of things together. We can help in the community and make it from small to big in a way that we help and we stand up for each other.
Okay. So what do you guys have planned in say the near or distant future?
Um, as of right now, we need to organize some things for some fundraising so we can get more events going. Hopefully, within the next month or two, doing something with back to school, things like that. I still have people reaching out to me for donations. I think we could do another clothing drive. Um, the possibilities are limitless right now. We have all types of things that we can look forward to coming with We Are CR.
Okay. Uh, anyone wanting to get involved with We Are CR, what do they need to do in order to get involved with We Are CR?
We do have a Facebook page. You can always message us. My name's Amber Robinson. I also have Facebook. You can hit me up there, Teray yourself. If people can hit you up,
Right.
reach out to us. Just, yeah, mainly Facebook right now is our main thing. Hit us up. We have our own page, and we would love to hear from you guys. See what we can do.
Okay. Man, thanks a lot for coming and hanging out with me on the porch, man. As a member of We Are CR, I'm definitely looking forward to you being a guest and talking about more things that's going on in Cedar Rapids and the surrounding areas. Thanks a lot for coming and hanging out with me on the porch, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.